Welcome to Microfocus. This video describes how to upgrade identity applications in GUI and silent methods, and also describes the post-upgrade tasks. Up to this point, we have discussed about upgrading the components such as Identity Manager Engine, Remote Loader, and Designer. You also installed components such as Postgre and Tomcat and one SSO provider. In this video, we will focus on how to upgrade user application 4.0.2 to 4.5, which is called identity applications. Identity applications include catalog administrator, home and provisioning dashboard, roles-based provisioning module. To upgrade user application, you can directly upgrade from 4.0.2 to 4.5 or apply patch 4.0.2a and then upgrade to 4.5. If you choose to update patch 4.0.2a, this also includes Identity Manager Home and Provisioning Dashboard, OSP, in addition to user application updates. Upgrade from 4.0.2a to 4.5 includes an update to these components and also installs the catalog administrator. Considerations for planning your upgrade. Migrating to a new application server. This requires you to import the file from 4.0.2 to 4.5 folder. Then go over to your cascading style sheets and convert or update them to your new theme. You must perform all the preparation tasks before starting the user application migration as discussed in the setup guide. Updating or migrating to a new application server. If you decide to continue using your existing web application server such as JBoss, WebSphere, or Tomcat, update your application server to the supported version. If you are on JBoss and plan to move to Tomcat, you can use the convenience installer to install Tomcat. If you are using WebLogic, you must move to Tomcat or WebSphere because WebLogic is not supported with Identity Manager 4.5. NetIQ recommends using Tomcat because it provides a convenient installer that installs Tomcat as part of 4.5 installation package. For migrating user application from JBoss to Tomcat, see the procedure outlined towards the end of this video. Database considerations. You must update the database to a supported version. This is a mandatory step to be able to install user application 4.5. If you are currently using MySQL, you must migrate your data to PostgreSQL because MySQL is not supported in 4.5. Identity Manager provides a utility to perform this migration. This information is available at Identity Manager 4.5 documentation website. For more information on supported database, supported versions, see the setup guide. Configuration that the UA driver holds. Before migration, you must understand what information is held in the different components dealing with user application migration. The user application driver holds the DAL information, custom entities, lists, PRDs, custom workflows, role information, attestation, and theme configuration. If you have customized branding of user application, it is a good practice to store this information in a separate WAR file. When the driver is migrated, it updates the following: DAL definitions, PRDs, roles and resources, several non-visible runtime configuration objects. In this process, only the driver configuration is migrated, but not the complete driver. It takes care of migrating the provision side and not necessarily the policies. This means that the policies are not migrated. To migrate the driver, see the instructions from the setup guide. Configuration that the UA driver does not hold. Workflow events, user application system logs, tasks, processes. Actually, anything dealing with the workflow events is on the database and not on the driver. You must review the prerequisites and computer requirements before installing the identity applications from the setup guide. For information about configuring the user application environment, see the User Application Administration Guide. Upgrade process. Now that you have all the required knowledge to start the process, let us install the identity applications on a Tomcat web application server with an already installed PostgreSQL database. You can upgrade identity applications in two ways, that is, using a wizard or in a silent mode. Using wizard, select the application server as Tomcat. Browse the location where you want to install identity applications. Select the database as PostgreSQL. Provide database user information and browse the jar file. Select the existing database option. Browse the Tomcat installation location. Review the pre-installation summary and click Install. Silent mode. Now let us perform a silent installation of the identity application. The Identity Manager media includes a sample properties file that you can customize for performing silent installation. The user app install properties file is used to install the identity applications. The config update properties file contains the settings to configure the rules-based provisioning module. After installation, you configure the identity applications using the user app configure properties file. For example, if you want to install user application on a Tomcat application server with a PostgreSQL database, here is a sample file that has values for this installation. Also, you can choose to configure the application immediately or later. After installing identity applications, you need to manage the settings for user application and driver configurations. In config update properties file, set use console to false to use config update wizard. Use this command on Linux machine. For Windows machine, use this command. You can configure the settings using config update utility. There are certain activities that you might want to perform after installing identity application and their framework. For example, checking health of the server, updating the SSPR links, recording master key, and so on. For detailed information, see the setup guide. After upgrading or migrating the identity applications, complete the migration process by doing the following activities. For example, flush the browser cache. Disable the automatic query setting for groups and more. For detailed information on post-migration tasks, see the setup guide. For migrating user application, installed on JBoss to Tomcat, storm the JBoss server, install Tomcat, and specify user application configuration information for Tomcat, and then remove the JBoss installation folder. The following steps outline this migration. Thank you for watching this video.